Hello, everybody, and welcome back from the little break. And we are going to tell you a bit more on the score. But I hope you are still tuning. And if you are still tuning, remember to give this stream a follow, like, and share. We are from FSL, so you are watching us live from this page where you can see other games that we will be providing in the future. There's more than one platform. Today we are just going by PUBGM, and enough chit chatter from me. I will pass it down to Toast because he will tell you about what just happened in the game, especially the scores.
Right, so game number one ended emphatically for Team Sabrina. 20 kills. First place puts them top of the table, 35 points. Second place comes for Velda's live streamer, lady streamer. Sorry, lady streamer. So even though they ended up in third place, but their kills was enough to bring them up to second. So Black Swan unfortunately drops down one spot, so they're in third. Onyx in fourth. In the previous game, I believe Onyx had the disadvantage of being in the water, with Sabrina having high ground advantage. Right? So I think we're gonna go straight into game number two. We are gonna go into Miramar with the flight path heading into Campo Militar. So is Jenny, take it away. Game number two.
Alright, guys, welcome back to Miramar, where the Sandy Sands are and the Cowboys or the Cowgirls will be at. We're seeing a very beautiful flight route moving towards the east side, but it's pretty much easy for these teams to maneuver anywhere they want to, knowing that the first circle is again going in the favor of the flight zone. So again, like I mentioned, most of the teams are actually secure. The way they drop in is more towards the east side, so the only rotation that they have to make is the way up or north. Teams like Velders, Clutch Gamers, FGID, Sabrina, and also LSG, and hoping that this second game there won't be any other lags that we've experienced in the previous round. Okay, so let's look into the first camera here. We are looking into Team RVG, moving across the perimeters of the circle on the left side. Similarly to how our Veldes Team 16 is in right now, they are just near the perimeters of the Picado, actually nearby to Team. Can't really see what team that is, but it's okay. We will find that out soon. Teams that have got into the focal point in their luck, I would say, is actually another team RVG, FGID, Grim Reaper, and of course SC Candies taking over Impala, QP taking in Al Azhar. So these teams, they don't really have to worry on moving or rotation as much. They just got to concentrate on their looting. And so let's look into Team 16, who is currently with the Mini and Uzi. Gonna look out for more things, but Mew has to be careful with the movements because Onyx is just on the opposite of Picado. Um, Again, Indonesia teams, they love, it's like their hobby to drop into the hot areas. That is their training grounds. Hence, places that is famous like Picado, Los Leones will be taken over by feisty teams from these countries itself that we mentioned earlier.
So we do see some Toxin Turvy from Team Velda's lady streamer there. Currently, they are in second place. So again, teams really have to be a bit consistent to make sure that they end up in the top 8 because the top 8 will move forward into Sunday Club. Right? So the top 8 from both groups will be merged into one group to go up against one another for those prizes. But we are going to focus on Team Sabrina here, who are sitting comfortably at the top of the charts with 35 points. So Mystery just continuing looting. I believe they'll be quite safe for the meantime because it is, after all, the first circle with just 20 seconds before the zone starts moving in. So do they copy their strategy from game number one, Sis Jenny, or do you think they should go even more aggressive in game number two?
It's hard to say because again, this is Miramar. Miramar is actually one of the favorite maps for countries in Philippines, and Thailand players or even the ladies players, they would like to take the vantage point, like the peak of the summit of all the mountainous areas in Miramar itself. Um, as of now, they are just gonna go by compound, especially Los Leones. you can have about four different teams to even be looting in Los Leones. But right now, I think LSG is quite lucky to have the entire compound by themselves. If you can see on the south side of the mini map of the current circle, you can see there's only LSG in Los Leones. So interestingly, RVG, the team from Indonesia, is about to take the vantage point on the summit of the highest peak in Miramar right now.
Yes, with that highest peak gives them that high ground advantage looking down on any teams that might jump into their crosshair. So again, this type of games, battle royale games, are definitely very much about intel. You definitely need to get intel, 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 spread it to the rest of your teammates, set up that ambush, get those kills, and that's how you get to the top of the chart. So I believe Sabrina, their intel game in game number one was very good, and also provided that they were at the top of a hill overlooking the bridge as well as the river in game number one, gave them a very, very good advantage. So will we see something similar? There's no river, there's no bridge here, there's only hills as well as cliff. Will we see Team Sabrina continue their dominance in game number two? We don't know. It could be a spoiler. It could be a prediction. So Team Sabrina, they really have to turn it up here in game number two.
I'd agree with you, Toast. Nicely said there. But guys, you know what? It can be a game changer. Like I said, the entire participants today, they have potential. So probably first match, Sabrina got lucky. Even though in Philippines right now they are the leading team in the ladies format, so I'm not surprised if they are able to get into the top eight. In fact, with that leading points that was mentioned earlier by Toast. And here's what I want to mention here is that interestingly, the first circle, about 20% of the circle is taken by the water. So it might be interesting if we were to see it shift slightly towards the waters, then it will be quite tricky for them to um, choose the areas that they want to be at. And we can see a potential battle here between SC Candies and Sabrina coming into Impala on the east side of the map, or southeast, we would say. In fact, teams are just getting into the focal point in the center near Junkyard, Graveyard, and La Bandida. Everybody will just try to get whatever loots they can, and preferable choice of guns in Mirama itself is actually a DMR or even a bolt action sniper like your car, M24, and even a win. So we would see a lot of this tapping in sniping action. That's the reason why a few of the players that the camera was changing, we could see a few of the players were carrying Mini 14, and I feel like there is a bit of tap here between is it actually Onyx, between Onyx and Veldus, or is it MPX? Oh, I'm wrong, guys. It is MPX, between MPX Team 7 and Team 15. So we're looking into the Eurofstein. Is that how you mention it?
I
Toast,
think you
could you
Frosteny.
enlighten me?
We could be wrong. We could be wrong. I mean, yeah. Either way, I
Yes.
hope we did not butcher the team's name. I really hope we didn't butcher the team's name.
So apparently, Team 15 is getting a little bit of contest between Onyx. Initially they were focused into MPX, who was initially there, but they did not return the pressure fire. If you can see, they were quiet on their end, probably because they were concentrating on her looting itself. Ay, 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 but look at Mute, delivering those shots. Having a little bit of that damage potentially towards one of the male players, which if I'm not wrong is Kai and Benjamin.
Benjamin's quite low, so Kyle probably just rotating
Oh,
just to get a better position. And Benjamin's down.
apparently, yes, I got a knock showing that Trouble Real will end Benjamin step straight away. Will the grenade land in nicely, or will she be able to get away from that smoke? But the tap is happening. Immediate termination back to the lobby for Benjamin. And now Onyx with only I mean, on it with four members, they will do the pressure, they will push. This is usually what happens in Indonesia teams after the first knock. And guys, look at that immediate attack, immediate assault. Oh my goodness, what's happening here? A little bit on that controversy. They are trying to reply, but sure enough, Kyle is already down. Trying to get back in the battle is Kai. Will try to reply the battle. Ay, 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 another one. That is a very good comeback from Veldus itself. A good call from the IGL who decided, wow, 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 guys, 3 knockouts already. All they gotta do is a wipeout and on it back to the lobby toes.
Very, very unfortunate for Onyx, considering that they actually got one player out from Val. So could the aggressiveness work against Team Onyx though in that situation? We'll never know because they'll send it back into the lobby.
Well done there from Veldus. You could see there was kind of a communication. Initially, it seemed to be like a communication breakdown when one of them decided to, leave the vehicle. But it was a good call from that IGL to just contest because you know what? When you are brave and you make the right calls and you know you can hit the right target, that's usually what the reward is, guys. But wow, what outfit! Sexy.
Full squad wipeout for Veldus. Team number 15, Veldus, Euphrosyne. So Onyx unfortunately will take that L in game number 2. But we do see a lot of teams already congregating into the second zone. As the zone starts to move in, will we see more gunfights as the team are starting to encroach into each other's territory? And they definitely don't want to be sharing the territory, right? So Team Sabrina, they're still looking for their first frag. But we've seen how they did it in game number 1. They were very inconspicuous up until probably the 4th circle. And from then on, they dominated every single one of them. So airdrop is already in somewhere near Minas. But it does not seem like anyone's gonna head into the airdrop. And LSG kind of looks like they still have a full squad. So they're sitting right in between Grim Reaper as well as Sabrina. So if any of this team decides to push onto their location, it's a death sandwich for them.
Yeah, agreed with that too. Again, so every team is in a circle right now. Second circle has come in. It's in the favor again of the east side, still with that 20% of water. So I'm quite curious as to where the circle might close in. If it is going to be a little bit of the waters, it will be an interesting Mirama match because hardly we see the zone actually closing into parts of the waters, but the water is still in the favor, guys. I don't know whether it's in the favor. Should I even say that is a favor? That could be a death trap actually for some teams who are about to, come into the near the waters. But it will be an advantage for teams like Sabrina and also SC Candies. Oh, you know what? The circle just came in, no water, get into the mainland. That is what the game is trying to tell the ladies. Come into junkyard, come into graveyard. We are about to see a battle in mostly no man's land, and between the peak, the shoulder, the ledge, and even the saddle of these places in Mirama. So we are about to see this tactical battle about to happen because there's not much of a compound. If you can see in the map, the current circle is all land.
So could the graveyard be making space for more bodies? We will never know if you guys don't tune in. So graveyard is also part of the circle. I think just part of the circle. While Veldus making their way past that airdrop. Will they go and get that airdrop though? Quite surprised. Oh, it seems like they are moving towards that airdrop. But right outside of the zone, in the bottom right hand of the map, we do see Sabrina. They might be engaging against Sir Cloud. As we are jumping back into Veldus, team of 16, a bit of a bumper car action there. But team number 10, it seems like they are already securing that high ground advantage, and definitely they know that team 16 is jumping in. But MPX Queen, not sure what happened there. As Elsie, bam bam.
Oh no! They have been seen by the not sure what team that is on top. But that is definitely a good vantage point for them to take advantage because the only thing they did was just to tap onto the vehicle, exploded immediately. Or it was RVG that looks straight into Velders. But guys, moving into MPX again, the fate of MPX today, it's not in their favor. Definitely losing already Queen in hand, which is one of the main players. Mai is also another fragger that is from MPX. So we are gonna hope for the best for MPX. They were not that lucky in Wrangle, but I'm really hoping that they can survive, knowing that Mai is the only one alive. Era is trying to crawl for mercy, being contacted earlier by LSG, being seen when they were moving around. I'm seeing some taps here, and it is going towards Era. Era is being tapped already. I don't think Era would be able to survive. But on the kill feed itself, there's another fight engagement that's happening between RVG team and also again Velders. This is a long range tap between the northwest side of the current circle. Sabrina coming back into the kill feed, meeting up with Circle Candies. We're gonna see that in a bit, but let's just focus on this map, on this fight first, where there is a few teams here long range tapping between RVG Vel. But on the other hand, there is another team that is also delivering the shots towards Velders, which is unfortunately the center or the sandwich team right now between RVG, and Velders. So there are two RVGs attacking them.
So Revenge's Blood Rain just dropping rains of hot lead onto Velders. Can they survive? It does not seem to be likely because there's only one player left. And Nana already knocked down. I don't believe they'll have enough time to go for that pickup. So they have to play it a bit safe here if they want to secure those placement points. Because like you mentioned, this Jenny, once it's a tight game, right? Placement points takes precedence. So you might want to get a lot of kills, but in the position of a tie, your placement definitely takes precedence. So
Yeah, and I feel really bad for Mai right now. She's away from the circle and she needs to get a vehicle to get into the at least the passive gaming. But we are about to see a potential battle here. Yes, and FGID without further ado just decides to spray. But it might be a bit dangerous for FGID, but nobody is stopping. They don't even want to fight for RVG. They want to prioritize the circle. They will not stop to fight back. That is really quite an advantage. If SGID were to fire together, they might just get one kill out of it. But you know what? Monochrome has did a sniping action here on the vantage point to... Is that LSG? No, it is Grim Reaper versus LSG right now. Moving again, but no. We did not get to see what happened to that. Three players being taken down again. Moving into the circle. Sabrina is right there. Joey is the only person here. Only can do the snaking action for now. It's really vulnerable for Joey. If Joey were to fire and they were to spot Joey, and Joey will go back straight to the lobby, right? It's just clutch gamers, guys. You do not want to be seen in any while moving into knowing that you are the only player alive in that particular team. But Sabrina again moving into Grim Reaper when it was another team,
oh,
was LSG, they
Sabrina.
were the third party. They were the third party and they are coming in, just bringing down players after players, guys. Now this is a 2v1 affair between Grim Reaper.
Sabrina already two players knocked down, popping the smoke just to obscure the vision so that they can go for the pickup. And Mystery here just providing some much needed suppressing fire. Probably just to get Styx and Rara back on their feet. But again, this is going to be an uphill battle for Sabrina. So they definitely don't have the advantage coming up. But Grim Reaper, they really have to push in because three members are there for the taking. Will they go for this push? I don't think so.
Yes, and Sabrina is just placing onto the shoulders of the heels on the kick is actually Grim Reaper. So I believe it is actually an advantage, but no. Grim Reaper did not make it. Sabrina just prepared themselves well enough in order to take down the entire team. Another wipeout for Sabrina, guys. Sabrina is so feisty today. Shout out to the Philippines fans.
Quadro Papi, team number 9. Already losing Bano. Sakura quite low on health. Len and Roxy still outside of the safe zone. They need to move in because the safe zone is starting to hurt. This is the 5th safe zone, says Jenny. So teams, they cannot rely on just not engaging on anyone inside of the circle. They have to really grab the game by the reins and go for those kills. And looking at the circle, no one is definitely gaining that positional advantage in the circle just yet. They are still playing outside of the zone. And whoever's first to come in here and get that high ground advantage will definitely be in a very good position to win the game here.
Yeah, so secured the zone enough is FGID moving into the north side, which is quite strategic and smart, I would say, because there's not a single team that's going to contest them while doing the rotation. But it is quite vulnerable for the rest of the team. If you can see in the in the east side of the map earlier, there was quite a crowd there, and still MPX, the only sole survivor, needs to move in. You can see that Mai is still on the outskirts of the current circle, but guys, everybody will just do a spray for all the teams that will come in. There's Monochrome, there's Velders, there's Sabrina even, and also Clutch Gamers. We are about to see a bloodbath indeed outside the perimeters here. FGID seeing Sabrina, but they are not afraid to stop and fire. That's the thing about this team that I kind of idolize right now.
So Brena still with 4 men. No one sent back into the lobby, but Styx again knocked down will get picked up here. Oh, sorry, Styx has been eliminated actually. So, but now it's an uphill battle again for Sabrina. It seems like game 2, it's always been an uphill battle for Sabrina. Whereas in game 1, they were the ones looking down. What a turn of the tables here for Team Sabrina. Can they grab more kills? Because they've already registered 8 kills. And we are moving into the 5th zone.
Oh.
So 8 kills, definitely very good to have here.
Oh my goodness, guys. Clutch Gamers just wanted to contest, but I think they have been eliminated already, being seen by QP or Cuadro Papi Team Chihuahua. Getting some kills this time around, at least 1 kill for now, but they have been contributing a lot of damage to other players, but just need to secure those kills. Even if so, at least get the placement. 9 teams still. Monochrome is at the pinnacle of the top of the mountain right now. We can see Team 6. They are on the top. They will secure. They will be the gatekeepers. I'm seeing shots coming in from QP. This is a good point actually to take because they don't have anybody at their backs. It's only on their sides and their front. But no. Monochrome having to see them, taking them out. That's exactly what will happen if you happen to be in that position. FGID still standing strong. 2 teams still alive from FGID. So is RVG. That is currently in the circle. Like I said, everybody that's in the perimeters, they have to move in right now before the painful circle that will happen in the next circle, which is right now actually the 5th circle. If you don't have enough first aids, and guys, look at RVG spotting the entire valve. Bring them down, and that player didn't even have a cover at all in front. Just had that small ledge and just doing the crouching and standing action just to get some form of cover. Some players are dying in the play zone. What's happening now, Toast?
Just like that, Monochrome's advantage is taken away from them, and now RVG is now in a very good position inside of the zone. They're gatekeeping from every single side of the map here. FGD coming in from the north. They have 2 players on them. Team Monochrome on the right side of the map. They've got people covering that angle as well. You're in a very good position to win this, is Jenny, and I won't be surprised if they get the dub, the chicken dinner in game number 2. But again, they still have 4 other teams to compete against with 13 players still alive, 5 teams still in it. Val from Sky from Val already been taken out by Sabrina, so it's gonna be a very, very hectic last few minutes here.
Yes, guys, 5 teams alive, 12 players in the full squads are probably Team 10, Team FGID if I'm not mistaken. But guys, sprays after sprays, Vel is coming in with a good amount of smoke deployed, but I think they can hear the footsteps by now already. They are very close to one another.
Whoa.
A Molotov came in, burning Summer down. Summer, you are on hit fire right now. You gotta heal it quickly because Sabrina might be able to see from that point and might just take them down because the cover smokes is only for the front, not for the back. But good throwable skills there from RVG. playing over in the current camera that you are seeing. They know there's potential and they're just spraying it openly, randomly in the smoke, just trying to predict where the players might be. But this is really good between two different teams here. We are seeing one of them is doing the jiggle, moving around, not getting any of the hits from the bullets, and the other one is predicting pretty well on where the player might be. Now, moving on to RVG, looking straight into FGID, we'll try to take them down from the pinnacle of what they are on right now. And it is a big problem for FGID to come on top actually when they were to go in. They have to deploy smokes and need to look back because there is a team that is behind them still. Monochrome still alive in the current circle right now. Beautiful job by the IGL getting back the kills, but we are seeing the entire Veld is being taken down by RVG. No more Velders. Two teams alive, guys. And Toast, tell me
It's
now.
4v3, ladies and gentlemen. RVG Blood Rain going up against Monochrome. They are trying to get to the top of that hill, the hill charge. But team number 6 seems like they have control of this hill here. But will team number 10, Avenger Blood Rain, secure their position at the top of this hill? Team number 10, they are still looking for team Monochrome. They still have not found them. But the zone will start to move on in and they'll have to go and engage onto them. Gonna be hard. Monochrome getting shot at. Getting down Ling from RVG. It's 3v3 at this point in time. One player already knocked down from team RVG. This is Jenny. How do you think this will turn out? Will it be RVG or will it be Monochrome?
My prediction, it will be the vantage point ladies where they get that pinnacle top view. They can't see everything. They still have their troubles in handy. Look at the smokes deployed beautifully. It will be quite difficult for Monochrome to get the shots unless they are superb fragger. Once they do that quick scope, they are it.
Oh!
But that is a beautiful grenade by Sasa from Monochrome.
Beautiful.
Pretty lucky in that grenade. But you know what? The revival will happen. If they were to push, they still have the cover for RVG to come in to butch in to bring down the players. Because right now, I feel that the advantage will still be RVG, even though they are coming in closer. But another one being seen in the smoke, guys. Another person being knocked.
Oh, it's gonna be a very, very tense few moments there. Not Belt gets himself back up. Rayla already down. And it's now 3v2. It seems that, one person's getting Gelata. Already getting a bit of shots there. Goes for the revive. Team RVG, Blood Rain still in this. 2 members still in here for Team RVG. Monochrome gets 1.
Oh, it's an open there. They can't just shoot. They can't just shoot. This player is trying to revive because right now RVG is in trouble. 2 of the players knocked out. It might just be a game changer right now. Monochrome might just get this. Because it's going to be a 2v1 affair. Just one more player. Winner. Chicken dinner toast.
RVG. Sorry, no, it's RVG. RVG had it. Oh no. They had it there. Unfortunately, Monochrome, the winner chicken dinner. 9 kills coming in top. RVG comes in second. Very unfortunate. I thought that was RVG's game to win. But they comes in second with 6 kills. Veldus Euphrosyne, I believe, this is coming in third with 7 kills. Team number 4 is FGID. Sabrina not able to gain back to the top of the mountain in 5th. FGID in 6th. RVG, I believe this is Thea in 7th. MPX in 8th. Quadro Papi Team Chihuahua in 9th. Clutch Gamers in 10th. Veldus Lady Streamer in 11th. LSG in 12th. Grim Reaper securing 13th. Sir Cloud in 14th. And last but not least, Onyx in 8th last. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a very intense last few circles. This is Jenny. Definitely mind-blowing on, especially that grenade, right? That grenade.
Mm-hmm.
Blowing up right in front of that guy's face, dropping him down, but they did not go for the push. If they had gone for the push, they would have easily took out two members. But that's how the cookie crumbles, right? So Team Monochrome, your champions for game number 2.
Really unexpected, but it was a definitely good call from Monochrome to just barge in, even though they know they are on the lower. Because usually when you are a player, the IGLs, we will know if we are at the vantage or not. And usually when you are not at the vantage point, you don't push, you wait because the accuracy of the bullet that might drop in will be from the vantage point. But that was really a good call, and the zone was helping Monochrome in a way because RVG was comfortable at the top until the zone came in. So even if they had the revive, they didn't have the time to heal. That's the reason why the players went down one by one, and then unfortunately only one player from RG, and also that's the reason why we got a little bit confused as to who was the winner in the chicken dinner.
Yep.
But Monochrome had that time to revive and the zone wasn't closing on them. That's the reason why the player was still alive, and hence it was 2v1 fight at the very end.
Yep. So the zone was basically in between RVG and Monochrome. I think in the fifth circle it was RVG. Sorry, it was Monochrome. Six was RVG. Last but not least, it was Monochrome, and that was the winner in game two. So the circle picked Monochrome as the winner, and very very unfortunate for RVG.
Guys. So, anyways, I hope you are having fun watching this PUBG Open. Give a shout out to the ladies that are playing, especially maybe the names of the players. And maybe we get a glimpse through. We can read it out for you. Looking at right now, I believe the feisty teams are still Sabrina, closing in at the just behind them is actually Velders. We keep seeing them in the kill feed, even though the kills are not so much. It's the damage that they have been giving, the knockouts that they have been giving. These are the potential fraggers that we should be wary of, especially if you are from that. If you are from the opposition team and you are watching this live stream, hence they are showing a good potential skill set. They are able to get the bullets delivered to the player, and that's the reason why you keep seeing them in the kill feed. So maybe re-strategize on how we are gonna, contest, especially when you want to meet up these teams that you already see in the kill feed. That those are hints, especially if you're playing in big tournaments like this. You know that this team is nearby, and that's where you re-strategize on how we're gonna tackle the main fraggers, especially.
That's the end of game number two, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna head into game number three very shortly. But of course, we have to go for a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.